how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In this video, I am playing with my new palettes that I bought from Cosmic Brushes. I tried this brand for the first time earlier this year. I bought the Muse palette when it launched and I fell in love. It's one of my new favorite palettes in my whole collection. It is just so beautiful. The mattes are so blendable and buttery and amazing. The shimmers are so beautiful. And I've been kicking myself that I've missed out on the Serenity palette countless times since it launched last year. But then they were coming out with a new palette, the Delicious Delights, and the Serenity was restocking at the same time. So I picked up both and I'm here to play with them today. This is gonna be a 2 looks video. I'm doing 1 look with each palette. I would love to do more looks in this video, but I am currently in pre-fill mode because I have a vacation coming up just around the corner. So this is the best I can do for now. But I also plan on doing individual like Instagram videos, YouTube shorts, TikToks, that kind of thing with each of these palettes as well. And I think I'm gonna do a palette bingo very soon where I combine the Delicious Delights, Serenity, and the Muse palette. So just stay tuned for that. Lots of fun stuff is on the horizon. I'll also be doing close-ups of these palettes, swatches, all that good stuff, and then we're gonna get into the looks. I'll give my jewelry details for each look during each look, and with all that being said, I don't think I have anything else left to say. Let's just hop in and chat about these palettes. Let's chat about the new one first, the Delicious Delights. This is their newest release. They also launched a highlighter trio with this as well. I wasn't super needing a new highlighter trio, so I didn't pick that up, but I did obviously pick up the palette. It is so cute. It's bright and fun and colorful. We have a mixture of like almost neon-y shades with pastels with really rich jewel tones. It's a really fun situation. The shimmers in here are gorgeous. There's lovely sparkly shifty things and I'm so excited about this one. And of course I bought the Serenity palette which launched last year, but I finally have my hands on it. It's just gorgeous. I'm really kicking myself for not owning it sooner because I just love these colors. There's jewel tones and grungy shades, pops of brightness. It's just so pretty. I'm really looking forward to playing with both of these more. I actually think I'm gonna bring both of these palettes with me on my vacation and only those 2 palettes just so I can play with them even more and get some more use. So when you see that vlog at the very end of the month, you'll be able to see some other looks incorporated with these 2 palettes. But overall, I'm very excited about both of these. I'm really looking forward to doing like a triple palette bingo situation with my 3 Cosmic Brushes palettes very soon. And overall, it's a fun time. I'll give you my full thoughts so far at the end of this video, but for now, let's just hop in and create the 2 looks. Hello, look number 1. I'm gonna play with the Serenity palette for look number 1. I'm so super excited. It's so pretty. I used the opal shade as my face highlight today and I really like it. And before I forget, I don't know where my jewelry for this look is from. This is just an old choker and I don't remember who made these earrings. They were a gift from a friend, so I can't remember. And anyways, we're just gonna hop into it now. I also desperately need some brow gel. What am I thinking getting on camera without brow gel? Who am I? So I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. Just gonna slather this on and blend it out. I hope you're doing well, by the way. This is my first time filming in like a week, so I was gone in DC to hang out with my friends, celebrate my birthday, and buy too many books. You might have already seen if you saw the last vlog. It was absolutely fantastic. So I wanna do something kind of blue in the outer area, like very heavy, and then a little pop of purple in the inner corner, and then probably purple all over the lid as well. So I wanna start with the shade Echo. I just wanna get a little bit of that baby blue kind of laid down in the outer corner. I'm gonna use my Singe Beauty E03 brush, and I'm just going to start just kind of lightly fluffing this in the outer corner, just to give myself a little bit of a base. That's really cute. I really like this baby blue. I feel like baby blue is very trendy right now, and I'm down for it. Now I'm gonna take the shade Mood. This is gonna be our darkest of the blues. I'm gonna use this Singe Beauty E04 brush, and I'm just going to load it up and just kind of heavily pack it in this outer corner of my eye, and then I'm going to use kind of an in-between blue shade to blend the darkest and the lightest together. But this particular one, I'm really just pouncing. I'm not doing a lot of sweeping. I'm not extending this out too far. I want it very much focused like right there. That's really pretty. Very rich. It's almost blending itself a little bit, like it's creating a little bit of a blend like as I tap into the light blue. I'll kind of smush a little of this right in the very outer corner of my lower lash as well, just so I can get a little bit of a connection. So now I want to take the shade River. I'm gonna use my Singe Beauty E02. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of it, and using a very light hand, I'm holding the very end of my brush that I have little pressure. I'm just gonna lightly start scooting this just right along the edge and let it blend into that baby blue a bit. I'm gonna use very slow, steady motions with this because I don't want it to get out of control. I'm honestly also debating putting some glitter in this look because I'm just such a glitter fiend. And I've just been craving glitter lately, so we might add some glitter to this also. But for now, we're just very softly buffing it out. That seems to be working really well so far, actually. I'm even wiping my brush off periodically so it stays as clean as possible. And just doing light little scoots. Do kind of the same on that lower lash line, just get it diffused a bit. I'm just gonna keep kind of working at it slowly but surely and let it build up. I love these blues, and for how dark and pigmented they are, they blended so nicely. This is truly becoming one of my favorite brands. Okay, so for the inner corner, I really want to do Pixie blended into Make-A-Wish. Just a cute little purple moment. I'm gonna start with the darker one first, Pixie. I'm gonna use my Sigma E42, and I'm just going to start lightly building this up in the inner corner. I am gonna let it kind of stay separate from the blue, honestly. I want it to kind of be its own moment in the front. I don't really want it blending into the blue. I just want it to be its own little statement. So that's what I'm aiming for. And just kind of heavily building it like right in there. And then I'm just gonna take Make-A-Wish on my Sigma E33. I'm actually gonna tap that off a little bit and just like buff that out even more. And I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth between both colors until I like the buildup of it. And again, I want it to be nice and diffused in a cute little purple moment, but I also want it to be a separate thing from the blue. So I'm keeping it in its own little space over here. Cute, I really like this so far. So now we're gonna do some shimmer. I'm gonna start with my Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay. Just grabbing a little of that glitter primer on a flat brush. I'm just going to tippy tap it, and I'm gonna kind of carve out where I want my cut to be. I like to go personally right above my natural crease and then just kind of follow the roundness of my eye, and I'll let it kind of fade into those blues that I laid down. The glitter primer is just going to create a nice base for my shimmer to lay down and pop really nicely and stay put. And it also allows me to kind of create a little bit of a cut a little bit easier, especially easier than using like a concealer or something. Sometimes that gets really messy. So most of my lid is gonna be with Ether, but I do want a little bit of Twilight just kind of in the outer corner of where all those blues are. But starting with Ether on that same sticky brush, oh, that is magic. Gonna just kind of plop that right up against that purple where I want that cut to be. Ooh, that's gonna be amazing. Oh yeah, this was a great idea. I'm kind of just covering most of the lid. I'm really only gonna leave like this very bottom corner going a little on top of the matte blue for the shimmer, but I want most of my lid to be this magic. That's amazing. Making sure I go all the way up to the top and just kind of let it fade into the blue in that top corner. Just kind of lightly tippy-tappying it. That is just so enchanting. I love. I'm gonna take that Singe Beauty E04 I used for the darkest matte. I'm gonna wipe it off first so it's less messy. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of that Twilight shade and just kind of lightly tippy tap it. I'm only grabbing tiny bits at a time, just so I can have a little bit of a darker shimmer to kind of create a merge between all those dark mattes and that beautiful whimsical shimmer all over the lid. Just kind of like that. I was just trying to do in like little scoots, and I feel like that's making such a difference, just that little bit of addition. I'll kind of go back and make sure I tippy tap one more time with the lighter shimmer. I love that. I think that's so enchanting. And then I think the only other thing I want to do is highlight my inner corner and brow bone with the Opal shade, which again I did use as like my face highlight, and I think it's quite lovely. It's just like a really ethereal kind of like minty gold flash. It's really cute. I'm so excited. I'm just gonna finish up my look now, throw on my mascara, an eye pencil, something on my lips. I'm still debating glitter or not. We'll see how I feel, and I'll be back when I'm complete. Okay, here's look number one. I love this. Obviously, I added the glitter, and I'm so glad I did. I feel like this just took the look to the next level because it didn't really take anything away. It just added such a special little twinkle, and I love it. The eye pencil I threw in is DTLA from Colourpop, just a really nice blue that I kind of smoked out to the lower lash line a little bit. The glitter is from the brand Orglamix. This is so old. It's called Lucid Dreams. I don't even know if this is available. I also can't guarantee it's eye safe. Do as I say, not as I do. Be very careful with glitter around your eyes. You could be harmed. And And as far as my lips go, I went with the Colourpop BFF2 pencil pretty much everywhere, and then I topped it with the Rose Pearl Gloss from Lawless. So yeah, this is the first look. I really hope you like it. Let's move on to look number 2 with the Delicious Delights. All right, hello. Look number 2 coming at you with the Delicious Delights palette. I love the packaging on this one with those little sparkles. It's so cute. I also did use the shade Delicious in this palette as my face highlight, and it's so glossy and lovely. It's so good. So I want to do something very berry pink today, kind of very different than the other look, with maybe a funky pop of color in the inner corner. So I want to use Charms as my deepest shade, blend it into Jelly Bean, blend it out into Smoothie. I just think that'll be so super pretty. So I'm going to prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer as I do. Just going to smear it on and blend it out. So starting with that darkest shade Charms, such a good dark purple. I'm going to take this 131 Luxie brush. I'm just going to start kind of pouncing it in the outer corner just to lightly lay it down before we start smoking it out. Gonna keep this very concentrated to just this outer corner. Just kind of lightly tippy-tapping, building that up and getting just kind of that ugly wing shape. All right, next, taking this E45 from Sigma, I'm gonna take Jelly Bean, that more mid-toned purple, and I'm gonna do kind of the same thing. I'm just gonna kind of lightly, very little pressure, run this kind of on top of what I just did, just to start smoothing around the edges, toward the lid, away from the crease, like just kind of blowing it out all directions. I do still want to keep it more concentrated going this way rather than up as best as I can, just because I think that's kind of the vibe that I want today. But you know, we'll see what happens. Sometimes the blend just does what it wants to do, and I just have to roll with it. But for now, I'm still keeping this fairly tight. I just wanted to start diffusing that darkest purple a little bit before we go in with that bright pink. I like that. I think that's really pretty. It's all forming together so, so nicely. And now just picture like all this pink like running off of it from the outside, because I'm not gonna have pink on the inside, only the outside. And then there's gonna be a beautiful shimmer slathered everywhere. Moving on to the pink now, I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush from Sigma, the What Are You? It's always hard for me to read what it is when it's like this reflective handle instead of the black. It's an E45. I'm gonna take that bright pink Smoothie, and we're just gonna go to town, very focused on this lower part of my eye, kind of blending up into where this is fading off. Oh, that's gonna be good. I love a heavy, blown out outer corner, like a lower outer corner, especially with pink. I don't know what it is. It's just like such a good combo in my mind. I love, oh, that is so pretty. Just gonna slowly like build this up, blend it into the purples, let it fade out a little bit, just going out towards like my temple a little bit, just kind of letting it do its thing. Ooh, this is fun. I really, really like this. I think I'm gonna add some like crystals or face gems or something to this look too, just because I'm on such a face crystal kick lately. Just gonna stretch out that purple a little bit as well. I'm loving the vibe of this. I think it's so weird and so cool. I just love how blown out that is, and especially like once all the shimmer's on and I have my weird funky pop of color and probably some form of face crystals or graphic liner or something, it's just gonna be such a moment. Speaking of shimmer, I'm going to take my Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay. I'm just gonna dot this around in the front. Just using this Game Beauty shadow brush. It's the E02. I'm just going to just kind of tap this around. And I don't want it to necessarily need to be like a precise cut crease, but I do want it to kind of follow this like shape we have going on. And of course for this, I have to use sprinkles. I have to use that Magnificent Multi-Chrome. It was honestly kind of the inspo for this look itself. It's just, it's really, really pretty. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Ooh, that looks like straight up foil on my lids. That is so cool. So I'm just kind of tippy tapping that around, and then I'm gonna kind of start to make sure that shape connects with the shape of my outer corner. I want it to all just like flow together like it was one big piece. And I do want this shimmer to kind of fade in a little bit. Like obviously I want it to be matte out here, but I want there to be a nice like fade between matte to shimmer. So I'm just kind of lightly tippy tapping as well. Ooh, that is so cool. I love that so much. I think that's so pretty. Let's do the inner corner. I'm kind of thinking Zesty, this like neon yellowy green color. I think that would be so super cool just gonna use this Odin's eye brush. It's a, what are you, FR4? I'm just gonna use that to kind of like heavily pounce this in the inner corner. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a weird pop of color to go with this look. I didn't just want like a normal inner corner highlight. Oh, I love that. That is so pretty. And I mean, this is pretty much gonna be it for the look. Like I'm gonna figure out if I want glitter or face crystals or graphic liner or something, just because I feel like I need a little something to make this look even weirder. But I'll figure that out. I'm gonna throw on my mascara, an eye pencil, honestly maybe an eye pencil to kind of match this inner corner, something on my lips, and then I will be back when I'm complete. Here is my look complete with the Delicious Delights palette. I love this. I think it's so fun. Obviously I did add the graphic liner and I just feel like it added that extra element that I really wanted with this look. It's the shade Banana Split. It's a water activated liner from Gainesville. You just mix a little bit of water and go to town, and I love it. I think it was such a fun little pop. The eye pencil I put for this look is Chartreuse Flash from NYX. I just felt like it matched that inner corner pretty perfectly. Obviously just threw on mascara, and then on my lips I went with one of the new liquid lipsticks from Blend Bunny. This is in the shade Sweetheart. I just kind of wanted a soft pink. Something a little tame since this eye look is so big. And yeah, this is the look. Same choker as yesterday. I don't know where it's from, but these earrings are from Spooky Doodle Club. So yeah, I hope you like this look. Let's zoom out and finish up this video. Thank you so much for watching my video. I would love to know what you think. Which look was your favorite? Which of these palettes is your favorite? I don't know if I can pick a favorite look because they were both so different, right? Like such completely different vibes. Like I'm loving just how extreme this look is. It's just so bright and bold and kind of weird, but I also just loved the glitter and the purpley blueness yesterday, and I got a lot of compliments when I was at work on that look yesterday. I can't pick. You're gonna have to pick for me. As far as these palettes go, I'm loving them so far. I mean, it's what I expected since I fell so head over heels in love with the Muse palette, but these ones are really, really nice so far. Obviously, I have not played with every shade yet, but I've played with a fair amount of shades in each palette so far, and I mean, so far so good. The mattes are so pigmented, but they blend so easily, like such a good matte formula, and these shimmers are just so glossy on the lids. I'm so looking forward to playing with these some more. I'm really excited about them. The Serenity I can see becoming a major go-to for me. It's just everything that I need in a palette. It's so pretty. And I'm just really excited to bring both of these on my trip with me. Debating bringing the Muse as well, but I also try to bring as little makeup as possible when I go on trips so that I don't have like the biggest makeup bag in the world, because it always ends up being big regardless. But I think the two of these together might kind of suit my needs, so we shall see. But yeah, moral of the story is Cosmic Brushes is quickly becoming one of my favorite brands. I'm already looking forward to their next launches. I would just love to hear your thoughts. Did you pick anything up from this latest launch? Have you picked anything up from them in general? I think the Muse is still gonna be my #1 favorite from them because it's just so good, but very excited about these and I can't wait to see what else is to come. If you made it to the end of this video, you know, why don't you leave some animal emojis? Because why not? And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I'm battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days here as well. And feel free to join my channel membership. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only get ready with me once a month. And you'll have access to all the ones I've already uploaded. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Feyre, do you want to come up here, darling? You gotta pay the cat tax, Feyre. How's it going? Purring so loud right now. Have any of you had a cat that's obsessed with coffee? Because all she wants to do is drink my coffee. At every moment that I have a coffee in my hand. I don't know why she's coffee obsessed. I've never experienced that with a cat before in my life. You're crazy.